forehand serve, you have three options. You can serve a long serve, you can serve a short serve, or you can flick. Let's start with the long forehand serve. In preparing for a long forehand serve, first you will need to find a place on the court where you feel comfortable to serve. Some players like to stand closer to the net, some players like to stand further back. It's really up to personal preference, but it is important that you stand the same place every time. When you have found a place you feel comfortable with, you should start by placing your feet with a comfortable distance apart. Also, in this position, your chest should be facing the net post. As you start to serve, you would shift your weight to the rear leg and you would get your arm into a starting position. In this position, the shuttle should be held in front of your body and the arm holding your racket should be elevated so that it's around 90 degrees between the arm and the side of your chest. Your elbow should be bended to approximately 90 degrees. Your wrist should be cocked to the side like this, and you should be holding a forehand grip. As you start to serve, there are several steps happening at the same time. You should push up and forward with your back leg, which will shift the weight from the back leg towards the front leg. At the same time, you will rotate in your hips so that they end up being nearly parallel with the net. Also, you will start by opening up your chest, stretching out your elbow, start swinging your racket, and at the same time opening up in your wrist and follow through with the racket over the shoulder. There's a few things to keep in mind serving a long forehand serve. First, you should try to time the drop of your shuttle and swing of your racket so that you hit the shuttle a little bit in front of your body. This timing might be difficult in the beginning, but with lots of practice you should be fine. The second thing is, as you swing your racket, you should be careful not to open up too much in your wrist, as this will tend to slice the shuttle out of the court. The third thing is, as you serve, you should try to aim for a point high above the back line, as this will allow you to hit the back line more consistently. The preparation for the short forehand serve is almost identical to the long forehand serve. The only difference in the starting position is, instead of holding the shuttle far away from your body, you should try to move it in closer. As you start to serve, there are several steps happening at the same time. You should shift the weight from the back foot towards the front foot, and at the same time you should swing your racket in a much smaller swing, keeping the elbow close to your body and opening up in your wrist so that the racket head is parallel with the net. Also, the follow-through is much smaller in this short forehand serve than in the long forehand serve. The flick serve is identical to the short serve in every way, except at the very last moment, instead of hitting the shuttle softly, you will flick with your wrist, sending the shuttle quickly to the back of the court. The flick serve is used to surprise your opponent and gain the advantage.